Okay, so today's story time is definitely one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me. No, like I said, it's not clickbait. And yeah, keep watching if you want to find out why I had a helicopter circling around me and why the fire department came for me and the police and maybe the ambulance. I can't really remember. So yeah, and if you like my channel, then make sure to subscribe. Okay, so one winter it was like freezing out. It had just snowed, and I was hanging out with one of my best friends and my boyfriend at the time. And we were like hanging out outside or something, and we saw that my dad and brother were outside by my lake, and the lake had frozen over. And basically, they were like throwing rocks to see if it was like completely frozen enough because they wanted to stand on it. And I don't live somewhere where like lakes typically get frozen, like ever. I think that's the only time where it was like really frozen enough to stand on it. So they were like testing it out. So they took like a rope and like tied it to the dock, and then they tied it to themselves and like went and walked on there so that way they like wouldn't die if they went through the ice. And like it was fine, you know. And so like they were like jumping on it and like stomping on it, making sure it was okay for like us to go on. So we like decided to like, you know, just watch and make sure before we went out. And it was funny, like my dad was playing golf, like he took like a golf club and then like sticker balls or like gum balls, the pokey things, and then he like took those and then he was just like hitting them and like hitting them all the way across the lake. And then they took my old surfboard that the fins had broken off and like tied a rope on it, and like we're pulling each other around, and it looked so fun. So we all decided to go on it, and like we were pulling each other around and just like racing everywhere and, you know, all this fun stuff. And like then we like a helicopter started coming over towards us, and it literally started circling us. And we were like, oh my gosh, like we're gonna be on the news, like they're gonna do a story about how like the lake is finally cold enough to like freeze over. And this isn't a huge lake, it's just a lake in my neighborhood. So but, you know, we were like, oh my gosh, this is like a big deal because, you know, normally it's not cold enough here, you know, so like they're doing a whole story on us, and we were so excited. And so we were like waving at it, and it was circling us for a while, like at least 10 minutes. And we were like taking like pictures for like our Snapchat stories, and like we were telling people like, watch for us on the news and stuff like that. So yeah, after a while it was still circling, and like we didn't understand why it was still there. And so me and my friend decided to like leave, like we were cold or something like that. So the boys were all still out on the ice, and we went over to my aunt and uncle's house, which is like on the lake too. Like we all like live in the same neighborhood. So we went over there, and then we were like, quick, turn on the TV, like we're gonna be on the news. And we were freaking out. And so we're watching it, and then like we weren't on it, and like we're like, come on, like where's our segment? And then we heard like going towards my house, a fire truck, like with the alarms and everything. And we're like, oh. And so we started like running outside, and then we saw the fire truck, and then we saw police, and they were both like driving towards my house. And so we were like, what the heck, what's going on? And I was like, oh my gosh, what if somebody fell in? And I was like freaking out. So we like go over there, and then basically we see like, I think it was like my dad like in a fight with like the fireman or something. I don't know if he was fighting with him or if like the fireman was like yelling at my dad or something. But basically they all came because we weren't supposed to be on the ice. And the helicopter was there because I have like, there's like an old retirement home like at the end of the street that overlooks the lake. And apparently one of the ladies there called because they thought we were gonna fall in. So they got a helicopter to come out and watch us and make sure we didn't fall in. And then we got like they got the fire department, or yeah, whatever, like all these different people to come and make sure that we weren't falling in and yelling at us to get off. So yeah, that was pretty crazy. And I'll put pictures in as proof because like we took a whole bunch for like our Snapchat stories because we thought we were like so cool. But yeah, so that was really crazy, and now I can say that a helicopter was circling me one time. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, make sure you subscribe and like this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.